Welcome to part 3 of alligation and mixture, and starts some more advanced example related to alligations and mixture. The water and milk is in the ratio of 3:2 and 7:3 in two vessels. Then find out the ratio in which when the mixture of these two vessels mix with each other, so that the milk and water will be in the ratio of 2:1 and the new mixture can be made. So you will be given the new ratio. Old ratio in the first vessel and second vessel is already been given, and new ratio is already been given. Now if you want to achieve this target, this is the target, and you are going to take one as a base. So here we are taking milk as a base. So how much milk is in the first? The milk is 3, total is 5. So that is the milk. In the second, 7 is the milk and total is 10. So 7:10, and the ratio is 2:1. So 2 is the milk and 3 is the total. So 2/3. So 2/3 minus 7/10 is 130, and 2/3 minus 3 into 5 is 1/15. So 1/13 is to 1/15. That is going to be 1:2. So take 1 liter of mix from the first vessel and take 2 liters of mix from the second vessel. Then the mixing ratio will be 2:1. In a lab, there are two mixtures of liquid in a bottle in the ratio of 2:5 and 7:5. The mixture has acid and base. You need to form a new mixture from these two bottles, so that the new mixtures of acid and base will be 2:3. So in the first bottle, the acid and base is in the 2:5. In the second bottle, acid and base is 7:3. In the third bottle, acid and base is going to be 2:3. So here we are going to take acid as a base. So 2 is the acid and total is 2 plus 5 is 7. So acid is going to be 2/7. Acid is going to be 7/10, and acid is going to be 2/5. When we deduct this 7/10 upon minus 2/5 and 2/7 minus 2/5, it is going to be 3/10, 3/10 and 4/35. So 3/10 is to 4/35. When we are simplifying, it is 21:8. There is a tin A and B. The milk and water is in the ratio of 4:1 and 5:2 respectively. How to mix the mixture from these two tins so that the new mixture will be in the ratio of 7:2? Now tin A and tin B, milk and water ratio is already given. Milk and water ratio is already given. We are going to make milk as a base. So 4 is the milk and total is 5. So 4/5 is the milk, and here in tin B the milk is 5 out of 7, and the new ratio will be 7:2. So 7 is the milk and total will be 9. So when you are writing the 5/7 minus 7/9 is equal to this much, and 4/5 minus 7/9 is equal to this much. So that is going to be 20:7 is the ratio. In two vessels, water and milk is in the ratio of 3:4 and 5:3 respectively. If this two mixture is poured into third vessel, then find out the new ratio of water and milk in the third vessel. So here new ratio is not given. So what is going to be there? In the first vessel, the water and milk is 3:4. In the second vessel, the water and milk is 5:3. In the third vessel, that is what we are going to find out. So total of water is 3/7, and here the total water will be 5/8. It means when we are combining two waters in two bottles, so 3/7 plus 5/8, this much water is going in the third vessel, that is 59/56. This much water will go in the third vessel. Similarly, we will take the milk ratio. It is 4/7 in the first and 3/8 in the second bottle. So that is 53 over 56. This much milk will go in the third vessel. Now we get the water and milk ratio in the third bottle is 59 over 56 and 53 over 56, that is 59 is to 53 is the water and milk in the third vessel. In A and B vessel there is an alloy of gold and copper in the ratio of 7:2 and 7:11. If we pour this alloy in the third vessel, then what is the new ratio of gold and copper in the new vessel? So same example but little bit different name. So first vessel the gold and copper is in 7:2. In the second vessel the gold and copper ratio is 7:11, and we need to find out what is going to be the ratio of gold and copper in the third vessel. So first we are going to combine the gold. So this is 7 over 9 and this is 7 over 18. So gold is going to be 21 over 18 in third vessel. Similarly we are going to take the copper. The copper is 2 over 9 plus 11 over 18. So it is 15 over 18 is the copper in third vessel. So 21 over 18 is to 15 over 18. So 21 is to 15. It is 7 into 5. 7 is to 5. Three different size of vessels are in the ratio of 1:2:3. Now this is the size of the vessel. In this vessel A, B elements are mixed in the ratio of 2:3, 3:7 and 1:4 respectively. All three types of element is gained, mixed and pour it in a big vessel. Then find out A and B element in new vessels. So 1:2:3 is the size of the vessels. It means in the first vessel there is 1 liter, in the second vessel it is 2 liter, and in the third vessel it is 3 liter. So size of vessel is already been given, it is 1:2:3. Now the ratio of A and B is already been given, it is 2:3, 3:7 and 1:4. Now we need to find out the AB ratio in the fourth vessel, because this is the ratio of first, second and third vessel. So now A is the capacity and 2/5, 2:3, it means 2 is A and 3 is B, total is 5. So 2 over 5 plus 2 liter is the capacity of the second vessel, and it is going to be 3 over 10, and 3 is the capacity of the third vessel, and it is going to be 1 over 5. When we are simplifying it, it is going to be 8 over 5 is element in the fourth vessel. Similarly we have to find out the B element. So here we are going to write down the capacity of the vessel 1:2:3, and 3/5, 7/10 and 4/5 is the ratio. So it is 22 over 5 is the B element in the fourth vessel. Now we got two ratios, one is 8 over 5 and second is 22 over 5. So that is 4:11 AB in the fourth vessel. Milk and water mixture, there is two vessels. From both the vessels milk and water is taken out in the ratio of 1:2 and 3:5, and this mixture will be added in the ratio of 1:4. Then find out the ratio of milk and water. So in the first vessel it is 1:2, in the second vessel it is 2:5, and the new ratio is 1:4. So 1 into 1/3, this is the first vessel and this is the ratio. 1 into 1/3 is 1/3, and this is 4. So 4 into 2/7, that is 8:7. So 1/3 and 8/7, when you are putting a LCM and then we are simplifying, it is 31 over 21. So this is the milk. Now similarly we have to calculate for the water. So 1, and the water part is 2/3, and this is 4, and the water part is 5 over 7. So it is 74 over 21, and it is 31 over 21, 74 over 21. So it is 31 over 21. Next example, water is filled in third vessel. 1/3 of the first vessel is added into the second vessel. 1/4 of water of the second vessel is added into the third vessel. Then 1/10 of the third vessel is added into the first vessel. At last, all three vessels has 9 liters of water is there. Then how much water was there in the beginning in all vessels? So here options will be given A, B, C and D. You have to take any option and then try to follow the procedure and check whether the answer is coming or not. So let us take the first option. In the first vessel it is 12 liter, in the second vessel it is 8 liter, and in the third vessel it is 7 liter. Now we are going to take out the 1/3 of the first vessel, so that is 4, that we are going to take out and add into the second vessel. So when we take out from 12 minus 4, it is going to be 8, and these 4 we are adding in the second vessel. So 8 plus 4, it is going to be 12. Then what we are going to do, 1/4 of the second vessel we are adding into the third vessel. So 1/4 of 12 is 3, and 3 we are going to add into the third vessel. So this is going to be 10. Now 12 is the initial value of the second vessel. We had took out 3, so 12 minus 3 is 9. And then what we are going to do, 1/10 of the third vessel. So 1/10 of 10 is 1 is taken out, so it is 9, and it is added into the first vessel. So already value is 8 plus 1, so it is 9. So it is 9, 9 and 9 is the beginning amount in 3 vessels. In 50 liter milk and water mixture, the water and milk ratio is in 2:3. If 10 liter mixture is taken out, that much water is added, then at the end what is the ratio of milk and water? So 50 liter, 2 part is the milk and 3 part is the water, so total part will be 5, and it is in the ratio of 20:30. 10 liter mix is taken out, so the milk and water is also taken out in the ratio of 2:3. It means 10 liters is equal to 5 is the part. So if we are taking 2 part, then what is going to be, it is 4 liter milk we will take out, and in the second 10 is the liter and 5 is the part, and we are taking out 3 part, so 6 liter water. So 20 liter milk and we will take out 4 liters out of it, so 16 will be there, and 6 liter water we will take out, that is 24. After that we are adding 10% pure water, not milk. So water will be added into water, so 10 we are adding, so this becomes 34, and here there is 0 because we are not adding anything, so this is 16. So 16 into 34, that is 8:17 is the new ratio. In an alloy, the ratio of gold and copper is in the ratio of 5:3. In the second alloy, the gold and silver is in 8:5. If these two items mix in the same ratio, then the new alloy made, then find out the ratio of new alloy. Now let us understand this question in a different manner. For example, let's say there is a sugar and rice in one bag, and in the second bag there is rice and wheat. So if we take out only sugar, so let's say half part we take out from this is 1 kg total, this is 1 kg total. Half part we take out, so some sugar will come over here and some rice will come over here, but there is no sugar is going to come out from the second bag because there is rice and wheat only. So only sugar is taken from the first bag. So you need to understand what are there in the particular bag. Now in this question, in the second alloy there is a silver, and the question is asked about the silver. So gold and silver ratio is 8:5. The total part will be 13. If 13 is the total part and we took out 1/2, then how much? Then it is 1/2 into 1 divided by 13. It is 1 into 26, and we are talking about the silver, so it is multiplied by 5. So 5 over 26 is the silver we are going to take out. In an alloy, zinc, copper and iron is in the ratio of 2:3:1. So in the first alloy, that is zinc, copper and iron in 2:3:1. And in the second alloy, there is a zinc, copper and silver. Zinc, copper and silver is in the ratio of 5:4:3. If all the alloy is taken equally and made another alloy, then in new alloy of 1 kg, how much silver will be there? Now you see, here there is no silver, that is zinc, copper and iron is there. Only in second alloy there is a silver. So 5:4:3, the total will be 12 and 1/2 we are going to remove. So 12 is the total and 1/2 we are removing. So one part, how much? It is 1/24. And silver is the 3 part. So 1/24 into 3. So 1/8 kg silver we are going to take out. A vessel is filled with water. If 9 liter water is taken out and filled with the milk, then 9 liter mixture is taken out and filled with the milk, then the ratio of water and milk is in 16:9. Then how much liter of water was there in the vessel? Remember, if we are taking out anything and repeating that process, then we need to apply this equation. Now here the new ratio is already been given. When the new ratio is already been given, then what we need to do? We have to remove this A and apply this equation. So this equation, the new ratio is 16:25. And here we are repeating the process 2 times, so it is power 2. Now if you want to remove this power 2, then we have to put this figure into the square root. So the 16 square root 16/25. Now we know the square root 16 is 4 and square root 25 is 5. So 1 minus 9/a. When we are simplifying this, it is going to be A is equal to 45 liter. So here we are ending part 3 of alligations and mixtures. Thank you very much.